what a perfect day. What a perfect time to talk about stress. If it wasn't stressful enough, man, like here we are. Ah, everyone's feeling it. Are you guys feeling it? Hi, Satadweep. Satadweep. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here with me. Do I go? I know you go braless. Do you also go commando? Yeah, like almost every single day. I hate wearing underwear. I sleep in the buff. I like being in the buff. I highly recommend that you do it too. Driving home from work. All right, Jeffrey, thank you for signing in. We got questions about dirty talk. Hi from Scotland. Where's everybody? Where are you? We're a small group today, so there's not so many of us. So like let's check in. Tran, Billy, Oahu. That's cool. It's like 9:30 in the morning. I just hung up with somebody from Hawaii. Just had a call. Kevin from Cincinnati. Jeffrey from North Carolina, John from Kansas, Billy, great day to be in quarantine, Spencer from Illinois, Brian from Florida. Have a lot of questions, Hikmat says. Brian's from Knoxville, Denise from Pittsburgh, I think it's Denise, Arrow from Denmark, Zen from London, Bertrand from Montreal, Charles from Glasgow, Sean from Virginia. Awesome. So we're a small group today. So I did have some stuff that I wanted to teach. Hi from Hollywood. Hi from Chicago. The thing that I really wanted to talk about is, have you ever noticed how people have different, one, I will answer that question for sure. Have you ever noticed that people have really different responses to stress when it comes to sex? Have you ever noticed this? First of all, put into the chat if you are the kind of person that gets horny when they're really stressed out. Like the more stress, the more uncertainty, up until a point, right? There's a point where like we're so stressed we can't think of anything else, we can't even eat. But like a little bit of stress makes you more horny. Well, horniness and having sex are different. So you could still get hornier under stress even if you're not having sex with somebody. So comment. I want to know. We're a small group today. Let's pretend that we're just like having a classroom together where we're just hanging out. More stress, the more sex. Wife is the opposite. Yep. And how many of you, do you or your wife or whoever, your partner, when they get stressed, sex goes down? No desire for sex. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Right. We're seeing a lot of yeses and a lot of no's because there's actually two really common reactions to stress when it comes to our sex drive. Number one, we call flatliners, and these are people for whom there is just no sex drive under stress. They just flatline. They just no desire for stress at all. And the other group, which is actually the group that I used to belong to, I think I'm having a little bit of a different reaction this time around, is the redliners. So redliners desire sex more when we get stressed out. It actually cranks up our horniness level. Like being stressed out makes us want sex more. And it's more common for men to be redliners and want sex more under stress. It's more common for women to be what's called flatliners and want less sex under stress. And so under times like these, where there is a lot of stress in the air and it's a very stressful time, and you're in a relationship with someone, when you're on your own, if you're solo, then you can masturbate as much or as little as you want. It doesn't matter how stressed you are. Like that was me for many years, especially I would go through college exams and I was always so stressed out and I would just be so horny. I would race home from taking an exam and just like masturbate for an hour. It was actually kind of bad. Sorry, there's a helicopter going by because we're outside. So redliners, like, have you ever like just been like, oh my God, I just need to get home and like jerk one out because the stress is killing me right now? And I found myself once in a college exam, like kind of like rubbing on the chair. Cause I was just like, I'm fucking gotta finish this exam so I can get out. I guess I wasn't typing, I was writing. Just fucking gotta get out of here so that I can masturbate. Gotta get out of here. Yeah, that's been my life. I'm glad to hear every day after school. Damn, all the time. Yeah, right? And we live stressful lives already. You know? Well, the interesting thing is that a lot of times people that are in a relationship have opposite reactions. So for me, I would get more stressed, and my partner at the time, or more redliner, desire for sex goes up, and my partner at the time would get turned off. He was a flatliner. He wanted less sex under stress. And so I was like, come on, let's fuck twice a day during college midterms. And he was like, talk to me after spring break. Like, talk to me next semester. There's no way I'm having sex right now. And he also was on antidepressants for most of college. So his sexual desire was already really low. He couldn't ejaculate. And then, of course, when I was really so what ended up happening is that I just masturbated a lot in college, which was fine. Actually, I love masturbating. But I get how if you are, Robert, if you are in a relationship with someone who wants sex less right now and you're stuck at home with them, which a lot of us are, and you don't usually work from home, which means that you just went from seeing your spouse for a couple hours a day to seeing your spouse for like many hours a day. That's a really different dynamic. And then you want to have sex. They don't want to have sex. That's a dynamic too. It's a familiar dynamic to a lot of us, but a dynamic nonetheless. And a lot of us get along better when we're having sex. So how do we restore that sexual drive? How do we make our partners, or how do we encourage our partners to be sexual? Because you can't really make them be sexual, but there's things that you can do. Number one is take care of your own needs. I mean that. Like, don't wait for them to be desirous of sex. Don't wait for them to come around. Like, be really good to yourself. The other night, I decided that I was just going to, hi Wayne, welcome. The other night, I was like, I had my house to myself. And I was like, I'm going to self-pleasure. I'm going to take as much time as I possibly can. I got nothing else to do. Everybody, the whole world's kind of like quiet down, kind of shut down right now. And it's the perfect time to prioritize sex and pleasure. And so I probably, and I don't mean that you necessarily have to like hands on genitals be masturbating for a really long time. Like self-pleasure can be like taking a bath, taking a hot shower. It can be like getting out, if you have like the new, I forget what they're called, like a percussive therapy toys, like the Theragun and things that vibrate and stuff. Like I have a Zoomio vibrator that's really small. It's about this big. And I actually gave myself a massage because I get a lot of stress and a lot of tension in my jaw. So I gave myself like an inside of the mouth massage, releasing all of these that's pleasurable. That's super pleasurable. For me, cooking can be pleasurable. Eating can be pleasurable. And then masturbation, of course, is pleasurable. And you can decide that you're going to edge for like hours. You can decide that you want to just give yourself an extended time to like enjoy your body. And this is actually not just a good thing to do, but I actually think this is a really important thing to do right now, because pleasure in the body helps us to manage anxiety and stress. If you have found that you get a stress relieving effect when you reach orgasm, give this video a like. Give me a thumbs up. I'm watching because we only have 30 thumbs up for right now. So if you find that you are less stressed, maybe you sleep better, maybe you just feel like your whole nervous system, you feel like more centered, more relaxed. You can just like, the reason that you can sleep is because it de-stresses you. You can like relax and finally fall to sleep. So number one, take care of yourself. That is first and foremost. Because then also when you go to have sex with your partner, you're not going to be coming from a place of like lack and need and thirsty, which is a turn off. No one likes that, right? No one wants to be like, oh, you just need me to like get off? Like, oh, that doesn't make me feel seduced right now. That doesn't make me want to come have sex with you. But if you're coming from a place of, I am already meeting my own needs, I'm already satisfied, then you are going to be able to seduce your partner instead of come to them for getting your needs met. All right, so that's number one, take care of yourself. Number two, in terms of how to deal with this situation of flatliner versus redliner, is don't start with sex, start with touch. A lot of us, myself included, I'm like, I just penetration. Like, let's just get there. Come on. Like now. Actually, we will definitely talk about dirty talk. I want you to know that I'm seeing your comment and we will get to it at the end. And someone else had a comment about their friends with benefits and we will totally get to it. Just get a couple points that I want to make for people that are watching this stream later, since a lot of people weren't able to make it live because of all the internet issues. I want to just get through this content, share some useful information, hopefully give you some tips to what you can do to survive stress under sex under stress, and then we'll answer everybody's questions, I promise. Okay. So we want sex, but we can start instead with touch. And the reason that I think starting with touch is so important is that right now we are being told to socially distance and not touch. And my husband has like a sore throat right now, and I was like, don't touch me, like wash your hands, go away. I love you, but from over there. And touch by other human beings, for other human beings, is such an important part of our health, our wellness, our ability to connect. Did you know that newborn babies literally require touch to survive and thrive? There are people that literally go to volunteer. I've thought about doing it to the hospital and hold newborn babies against their skin because babies in the ICU need to be touched. Skin to skin contact. It helps our nervous system cool down, relax, and calm down to have physical touch. So say your partner's not trying to have sex right now. They're too stressed for sex. Are they too stressed for a massage? Are they too stressed for a cuddle? Are they too stressed to dance? Like, you know, especially if you're home alone right now, take off all your clothes and slow dance in your living room, or just hold each other, like skin to skin contact, being naked together. Whip out the coconut oil. If you don't have that, grab olive oil. If you don't have that, fucking get into the shower. I don't care what you do. Figure out, grab lotion. Like get together and touch each other's bodies. So important. And the way that sexual desire works is that some people, usually men, have spontaneous desire where they're just like, sex, that's fun. I love that. Let's do that. And some people, a lot of women, have responsive desire, which is like, I don't know about sex, but then when things start to heat up and touching is happening, sex feels, oh yeah, sex, I love sex. Oh yeah, I do like sex. But often it's not until after we've had sex or after we've been sexual that we remember how much we like it. And so sometimes you got to get naked. You got to be willing not to have sex to actually have sex happen. And one of the ways we do that, again, is just physical touch, massaging each other, making some time to like have some physical contact with each other instead of just like, I need penetration. So take care of yourself. And then get into physical contact. And then the third thing that I just want to share about how to deal with sex and stress is do the things that you need to do to deal with stress. And so for me, like cleaning the house, disinfecting things, even though I don't think there's any real risk, but like just disinfecting things felt really good. I filled up a couple extra empty gallons with clean drinking water yesterday because I thought that the water might go down. I didn't think that the internet would go down, but here we are. Anyway, do the things that are going to help you to deal with your own stress. And then maybe that's helping your partner change the batteries in the flashlights. You know, maybe that's helping your partner to like take care of something so that like they know that the cats or the kids or whatever are fed. Maybe that's finishing emails because you just need to, like, whatever you need to do, clear it out of the way. Remember that these things are barriers to people enjoying sex. These are barriers to people allowing sex happen. So clear them out of the way first, and then leave tons and tons of time for sex. And this is my last point, number 4, is leave so much time for sex. Because in order to transition from regular life to sexy time, we need some time, right? You could just like go, I mean, some of you are like, I'm ready to go right now. I'll shut this laptop and we can be banging. But a lot of us and a lot of women require extra time to go between and to have like a transition between like regular life, taking care of the kids, washing dishes, eating, whatever, and sexy time. And during really stressful time, our nervous system is in fight or flight. We are not in sexy mode. Think about that time as like, okay, we're all the way over here. We're like way over there, stressed all the way over here. And we need more time to switch into sexy time. And that's when you can be massaging. That's when you can be doing like make out. Have like a great make out session on the couch. If you're married and you've been married for any length of time, myself included, when's the last time that you just had like a really great makeout session? You just like tongued each other and like licked necks and like just like really kissed ears and got up in there. You know, how many of us spend time making out with our spouses? We don't. But you know what? We're working from home, a lot of us anyways. Those of us that are not working from home, like we're in a time where we can't be going out. We're not going to yoga. We're not going to the gym. We've got extra time at home with our spouses. Instead of spending that time, I don't know, doing things that can only mitigate or increase our stress, or instead of treating sex the same way we would the other like 50 weeks out of this year, let's treat it like a special treat. Let's treat it like something that we can really enjoy and give a lot of time to, instead of maybe reading the news, which I'm, again, guilty as charged. I love the news. You may not know this about me. I'm a public health expert in a former life. I actually have a master's degree in public health. Hey,
Okay, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'll figure it out.
Sorry, somebody just came out here on a phone call. I have a master's degree in public health. I started my doctorate in public health. And I'm really obsessed with watching the public health news right now. That's what I'm trying to say. I love it. I'm obsessed. And if I spend 1 hour less watching the news and 1 hour more making out, taking good care of myself, connecting physical touch with my partner, even if we can't be touching each other, we could be like writing each other love notes. We could be doing dirty talk. See, Ashley, I told you we'd get back over to it. There's other ways that we could be connecting. And someone actually asked me on my most recent YouTube video, which was like how to survive quarantine. Someone has said that, quarantine's also separating us from lovers. So if you have a friends with benefit, or you have, someone that you're in like a light relationship with and not committed relationship with, you might not be able to see them either. Okay, YouTube is telling me there's only one person on this live stream, but I keep seeing people making comments. What's going on there? Are you guys still here? Say yes if you're still here, or give this video a like if you're still here. Or maybe it is just me. Maybe it's me and one other person. If so, who are you? Virad, Wayne, okay, there's way more than 2 people here. The internet is weird today, y'all. Okay, thank you. Okay, I feel so much better. For a minute, I was like, I'm just talking to myself. All right. That's fine. But I could talk to myself indoors or it's warm. Okay. So, how to maintain connection. Oh, thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you, Humvee, John, Carter J, Kenneth, David. If I didn't say it, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, every single person who's here right now. Thank you for joining. I love you guys. I really do. I'm not saying that to be trite. That's real. I do. A lot, and I hate disappointing you, which is why it was really hard to not get this live stream up. I hate disappointing you. I hate when I make a promise to you and then the internet goes down and I can't keep it. You almost saw me cry on this live stream. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was downstairs trying to get the internet to work when I thought it was still working. There were almost tears. It's cute. Anyway, tears are okay too, actually. All right. Keeping close to the people that you can't be in physical proximity with. So we just talked about how to have a sexual and romantic connection with someone that you're forced to be in physical proximity with. But what about those people that you can't be in proximity with? So I actually think this is the best time to get creative. Now, you might be saying, Caitlin, I'm worried about my job. I get it. But like, if there's no other thing to distract you, get distracted by how creative you can get in staying connected with the people that you're not in physical proximity to. So I got a couple ideas for you, but I'm curious to hear your ideas too. So one thing, I like sex on video is fun. We can do sexy video chat. But what if you actually take your cell phone and record a video for your lover? It could be sexy, it could be flirty, it could be not, it could just be funny, right? And make them like a little video love letter of you, being like, here's my top 10 favorite things that I like about you. And then like record little video snippets of you going around the house, like hold up a frying pan and go, I love the way that you make pancakes, and like put that down. And be like, go over and like hold the clicker or the remote. Clicker? Am I from the Midwest? The remote. Hold up the remote and go, I love when we watch Netflix together, and then make like a sexy face. And then, like talk about your favorite dirty things that you do to each other. Take a little picture of yourself shaking your butt in the mirror, say, I love working out with you, whatever. Get creative. You can send them a little video love letter, or it could be super sexual, and it could be like, all right, the next time that we're together, I'm going to do this. I've been watching all the videos on Caitlin's channel, and I am proud practiced and we get together, I'm going to do this. I've been doing my tongue exercises. I've been thinking about the sexy domination things that I'm going to do to you. Remember, to be a great dominant in bed, you have to plan in advance. You have to think, okay, I'm going to tell her to get on her knees. Then I'm going to tell her to do this. Oh, but I need to tell her to take her clothes off first. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell her to take her clothes off. Then I'm going to tell her to get on her knees. Then I'm going to tell her that she's such a good girl and I'm so proud of her. And then practice saying those things in the mirror, and then practice saying them on video, and then send that video to your friends with benefits or your fuck buddy or your lover or whatever, and be like, hey baby, I can't wait until you come over. I'm going to tell you to take off your clothes. I'm going to tell you to get down on your knees. I'm going to tell you to take me into your mouth. How hot is that? And if it's a video, they'll be able to keep it forever. Because remember, you're going to see this person in 2 weeks. I mean, again, I'm speaking as if everyone is going to be healthy. Like, I want to be perfectly clear that I am not trying to make light of a situation. I'm trying to make lemonade out of lemons. This is a stressful time. We are all going to be experiencing a lot of suffering, whether it's us, our friends, our family. Like, suffering is inevitable. I'm sort of the mindset on this, that like, we are all going to suffer. Suffer is a part of the human experience. We do not have to choose to suffer constantly. We do not do ourselves any favors by throwing ourselves into our suffering, by suffering in advance, by being anxious about what's going to happen, even though it hasn't happened yet. I've been driving myself crazy with anxiety the last 3 days, thinking, what if I get sick? What if I do get sick? Then I will deal with that then. Right now, I'm just doing my best to keep my vibes high, keep my immune system strong, stay in touch with the people that I love, and to be as sexually vibrant, as connected, as turned on as I can be, because that's how I operate my best. And yes, we're not going to all be at our absolute best over the next 2 weeks, over the next 6 months. Got it. You can't be at your best 24 hours a day. That's okay. One of my friends reminded me recently of one of the best advice I think anyone has ever given, which is hard choices, easy life. Easy choices, hard life. Easy choices right now are to yell at our spouse, stay addicted to the news, stay stressed out, feel anxious about our loved ones. Those are easy choices. You know what's a hard choice right now? Spending this time organizing your home, working out, eating right. Okay, again, that depends on like the food that you have from the grocery store, right, and your availability. And I hope that everyone who watches this ever has all the food that they could ever desire, healthy and otherwise, whatever you want. But imagine if you spent the next 2 weeks like literally living by your values, reading the books that you've been meaning to read, catching up on the stuff that you didn't want to do, organizing that random box of chords that you've been meaning to organize. Like, get out your books, man, read. Oh, and this reminds me, get the master classes. There's 2 links in this description. I made 2 master classes. One is on premature ejaculation, lasting as long as you want. It's not really on premature ejaculation specifically. It's really about lasting longer in bed and having more confidence in bed and having more stamina in bed. But I also designed it specifically for men who deal with PE, because that's 1/3 of all men. The other master class is called She Comes Too, and it is about seduction, foreplay, sexing, and aftercare. It's too much, y'all. I put too much in that course. Everyone tells me that's 4 different courses, and I made it into one. There's a lot of content in there. It's more expensive than Come When You Want, I will not lie. It's $197. And I'm extending the refund on that for 90 days. So if you buy that because you're stuck at home with your spouse and you want to just like get great at sex, like use this time to do all the foreplay in the world, and then you return it at the end of the time of quarantine, at the end of the time, whatever, you return it within 90 days, I will give you your money back. I honestly don't care. This is my gift to you, is you get to essentially download this course for free. I mean, it costs money, but you can get it back. But I actually think that if you buy it, you're going to find that it's well worth keeping, and you're going to want to watch it again. And I think you'll keep it. I think a lot of you will keep it. And if you don't keep it, that's fine too. My heart's not going to break. I can't, it's like I'm donating blood tonight at 7. I hooked up with the American Red Cross. I'm going to go donate blood. Give me raise your hand in here. Say hi if you think that you're going to donate blood or do something to help, because I'm not a medical healthcare professional. I can't do a whole lot of stuff. But I'm going to go donate blood because that's something that I can do. I think I like when I curse too. The live stream on male enhancement, that's a good question. That was actually a collaboration with another YouTuber from The Total Man. He's a male enhancement expert, and he's been traveling, so we haven't been able to reschedule it, but we will. So anyways, I'm doing what I can. I'm a sex coach. I can remind people to take good care of themselves. I can remind people to masturbate. I can remind people to have sex with their loved ones. And I can give you your money back if you don't like my masterclass. So that is what I'm doing. That is the most I'm doing, and I'm donating blood. So I highly encourage you, if you live in America, go and donate blood, because the Red Cross always needs blood, and there's a lot of people that are going to be in the hospital who are going to be requiring blood ventilators, and everything is better, but I don't have any ventilators lying around. So I'm going to donate blood. I'm blood type A positive for those people out there who do blood type personality tests. I know my blood's not incredibly useful because you got to be either A or A, but whatever. I'm going to go do it. And if you don't know your blood type, maybe go donate blood, and then you'll know your blood type. And then you can look up your blood type diet, and then you can look up your blood type. I don't know, there's blood type stuff. All right, there's some comments going on in there. All right, so, oh yes, I was talking about how to stay connected to people that you're distant from. I know, A+, huh? Okay, so I gave you the idea of doing a video. I love writing letters. I love writing letters. Like, pretend that that's 200 years ago, there's no internet, and your partner lives like across the Atlantic Ocean. How would you communicate with them? You would write them fucking love letters, and maybe you'd write them some sexy ass poetry, and maybe you'd be writing some fun stuff. The cat's coming outside. Why not do that? Doesn't that sound awesome? The masterclass, the come when you want, premature ejaculation, stamina and confidence masterclass is $97, and if you buy them together, you get a discount. I think if you buy come when you want and then add she comes too, you get like $50 off or something like that. And if you buy just she comes too, which is the sex, foreplay, seduction, and aftercare masterclass, it's $197. And I'm going to say something. I did a lot of research because I've been home the last couple of days, and there's like 2 people who I think their master classes teach the same thing, and they're super boring, and like they're like fucking PowerPoints. Sorry, that was probably unnecessary. They're PowerPoint slides. And they're charging like $400 for these master classes that are not even that good. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not charging enough for come when you want. Like it's a lot better. And it's like 25% of the actual price. But then I was like, I'm leaving it because I didn't do this. I really didn't make that to get rich, to be honest with you. I would have charged $400 for it if that was what I was trying to do. I made it so that you could have great sex. That's why why I wake up in the morning. And so that you can have great sex. So I get out of bed and throw on mascara. All right. So we talked about making videos, talked about making love letters. Obviously you can video chat, like that's fun. And video sex is really, really fun. And taking sexy pictures of yourself is also really fun. And I think you could do things together live on video instead of just have sex. Like, why not take a bath together on video? Why not do like a workout? Why not do some like orgasmic yoga? Why not do some like sexy touching? And so like it doesn't need to just be like, here's what my genitals look like, because like that gets boring. Even like pussies and cocks are beautiful, and also just like watching them can be very dry. But what if you did like a domination video session? We're gonna get on camera and I'm going to tell you what to do, and then you're gonna do it for me. That sounds really, really fun, and that's a fun way to stay connected to someone, even if you're not physically with them. The other thing you can do that I really love doing is planning stuff for the future. So have you ever planned a vacation, and planning your vacation was like as much fun as like the vacation itself, and all the like anticipation and the joy that came up around looking forward to this vacation was just like sweet and awesome? Do that. Plan a vacation for you and your lover. Even if it's just a dream, even if you're never actually going to go to Tokyo and eat ice cream, but go to make that plan and think about, okay, we're going to land in Tokyo. It's going to be March of 2021. There will be no more coronavirus scare at that point. And the first thing we're going to do is go to Harajuku and take pictures with all the girls, like the neon lolitas and the pastel lolitas. And we're going to check out the fashion district, or we're going to buy anime or eat sushi on the thing that rolls around. Hi, Andy. Oh, I love that you guys are tuning in from work. And thank you, everyone who's at work today. And thank you, everyone. This is really actually important. I wish I had said this sooner. shout out to anyone who has a loved one who's out on the job today, who is working themselves today, who's in the healthcare field, who's someone who is like fixing the internet right now. I feel like Gary Shields is doing a master class some in there. I keep seeing this advice pop up. Shout out to the fire department, shout out to the police, shout out to the first responders, shout out to the paramedics, shout out to the doctors, shout out to the nurses, shout out to the PAs and the NPs and the LPNs and the LVNs and the RNs and the respiratory therapists. Shout out to the respiratory therapists of the world right now. Oh my gosh, the unsung heroes of emergent care, for sure. And shout out to the therapists, the mental health counselors. Shout out to everybody that is here to help other people. Like, shout out to everybody who's doing everything that they can. Whether, again, you're just like me and you're just encouraging people to masturbate, because, hey, it actually matters. Or if you're encouraging people to write poetry, or if you're encouraging people to, like, listen to your music, or if you're one of those people that's, like, singing out the windows in Italy, like, bless you, everyone. Thank you so much for all the things that you're doing. So those are my thoughts on how to stay connected to your lover who's there with you, how to stay connected to your lover that's not there with you, and I'm just looking to make sure I didn't have any other thoughts that I wanted to share. I love poetry too. I never write poetry, but I thought about it yesterday. Oh, and if you're at home with your lover, even if you can't touch each other, I had a fun idea. Have you ever done naked sketching? I posed a couple times for a painting class in college because it paid pretty good money. It was like $50 an hour if you pose naked, and all you had to do is like sit in the same position for 3 hours. I won't lie, that actually sucked. But you just sit in the same position naked for 3 hours. I think it was like this. I think I was sitting like this. Well, people painted you. 5 people who are rolling out. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Anyway, we used to do like naked sketching class. You know, like there'd be like a figure drawing. Figure drawing is what it's called. They don't call it nude sketching when you're in college. But if you do a figure drawing class, you draw someone else naked, and it doesn't really matter how good or bad it is. It's just for fun. So if you can't even touch your lover, like why not just draw? Like why not get together and like draw each other naked? Do naked twister. Play strip poker. Play play naked Uno. If you don't like play, you have so many tools at your disposal. And the thing that I really love about crises, you know, for again, like how to make lemons out of lemonade, when shit hits the fan, human beings are really, really resilient and really, really adaptable. And every single person here, every single person that has watched any of my videos, every single person that I've worked with as a coach, all of y'all are motherfucking geniuses. You're all geniuses in your own right. You all have so many skills and talents and things to share with the world. You know, every single person I've worked with, some of you are on the stream today, you've taught me stuff. You've taught me important stuff. You know crazy stuff that I don't know. You know all kinds of stuff. You guys are some of the most creative human beings in the whole world. Like, listen, I'm just Obi-Wan. You're Luke. I got lightsabers, but you have the Force, and you have the power. Okay, someone did have a really good question that I didn't answer. Sexy talk. Oh my gosh. There's a couple rules for sexy talk. Number 1 is narrate what's happening. Number 2 is narrate what you want to happen. And number 3 is, oh my gosh, I don't remember. It's been a while since I studied sexy talk. So let's just go with the first 2. Number 1, narrate what is happening. Oh my God, right now you're tonguing me so good. Right now your dick is right now you're pussy right now it's the easiest way to sexy talk. Number 2 is imagining and fantasizing, like, oh, it feels so good if, oh, I could do this if, oh, I could if. And I think number 3 is like painting an ideal scenario. So I think number 2 would be like fantasizing about what we're doing, like next I want to, or da-da-da. Number 3 would be like imagine that we have another woman here. Imagine right now that I'm doing this to her. Imagine I'm licking her right now. So sexy talk can be awesome. It can be really fun. If right now you're distanced from your lover, and so you can just communicate over phone, then I think sexy talk is an amazing thing that you could practice right now. And actually my friend Chris Haddad. Oh no, I think it's Michael Fiore has a program that's called Talk Dirty to Me. Hang on, we'll look it up. He's got a good one. Anyways, there's some great websites, great resources. His is like an actual course that you can pay for and download, but it is really good. All about female. It's all for women talking dirty to men. Okay. Do we have any other questions before we wrap up? It's already been an hour because we got a really late start. Again, thank you so much for, I don't know, I have no idea how many people joined us today because it still just says that there's 5 people on here. Everyone that's on here, will you give me a thumbs up? Let me get a more accurate count. Thank you, Lucci. Good vibes only. Will you give me a thumbs up? Will you give me a like? Let me know that you're here because it says there's 4 people, but I know there's way more than 4 people. There's 4 people just commented in the last 10 seconds. So go actually give a like. I see the thumbs ups in the chat, and I appreciate those a lot. And if you're watching this on YouTube, can you give it a thumbs up and a like so that YouTube can see that you liked it too? Thanks, you guys. I love you. 108. Nice. All right. Welcome. I'm glad. Thank you. Oh, wow. That's way more than 4. Oh, thank you so much for sticking with me. Happy St. Patty's Day. It feels like the most trite thing to say, but mainly, I hope that you have a fabulous St. Patty's Day. I hope that this week that you're able to really just access the best parts of you. There's this great Stoic advice. There's actually a book about it. Yes, John, unfortunately, we're wrapping up, but there will be a replay. The obstacle is the way. Have y'all ever heard of this book? Say yes if you've ever read the book. Yes, you can watch the live stream again from the beginning. And yes, John, you can totally email poetry. Oh my God, I would love it if you all email poetry. Or if you want to share it so that other people can benefit, write it in the comments after this live stream is posted, because it's just like any other YouTube video. There will be comments. So you can just that would be awesome. My heart would explode with joy if everybody just filled this comments with all the poetry, and you could get freaky and nasty. I don't care. No shaming. The advice that I was about to share from the great Stoics, and it can be summarized as: the obstacle is the way. The challenge is the thing that you need in order to get better. And this is the challenge that we all needed to get better for some reason or another. And I'm not justifying the pain and the suffering and the death. That's very, very real. And right now, you're watching this. The challenge in front of you, whether that's caring for an elderly person, grieving someone that you love, reconnecting with your spouse, maybe it's even separating from your spouse, because we talk about divorce as if it's a bad thing. But in some cases, you all know someone who's needed to get divorced, and when they did, it was a good thing. Whatever the obstacle that you're currently facing, whatever this crazy, challenging time has brought up for you to face, is the thing that is going to help you to grow the most. It's the thing that is going to show you the mirror in a way that it's going to hurt. Your ego's going to get bruised. Mine did. Mine has. Every day my ego gets bruised. It shows me my ugly side. It shows me the part of me that I need to work on. It shows me my edge. It shows me where I need to be a better version of myself. But most importantly, it shows me where I can be a better version of myself. A better version of myself. And thank you for the compliments on my biceps. All right, if you're interested in the master classes, again, I'm extending the warranty, the guarantee, the satisfaction guarantee, I think is what they told me to call it, to 90 days from when you buy it. If you buy it during this next 2-week quarantine apocalypse, corona apocalypse, if you buy it now, 90 days, try it out for 90 days. If you don't like it, or if you didn't find it useful, or whatever, if you get laid off, I don't care. All you have to do is send an email to the email address, caitlin@caitlinvneal.com. It's in the course. All you have to do is send me an email and say, hey, I want my money back, and we will give you your money back. I will not ask. There's no questions asked. Money back guarantee. Watch it. Spend the next 2 weeks living it, enjoying it, practicing it. She Comes To is broken down into like an intro module that just talks about like the kind of mindsets that you got to have be great at sex. It talks about seduction, how to like seduce either a new lover or seduce your wife, keep her on a sizzle, make her hot, seduce her before you're in the room together, seduce her while you're in the room together. Then there's a whole module just on foreplay. It's like, honestly, all my best foreplay techniques, exactly how to exactly how to finger, exactly how to have oral sex, exactly where are all of the important sex buttons on a woman's body that you need to press in the order that you need to press them for her to get the most wet she can possibly be and for her to squirt. And then it's actual sex, like penetrative sex is another whole module just on how to have like from a woman's perspective and from a bisexual woman's perspective, because I've had sex with a lot of women and I'm a woman myself. And I wrote a whole course on how to have sex with women. And it's hard for me to even describe. And I think people don't buy it because I do a crappy job describing it because it's too much. It's literally everything. It's literally everything from the moment that you're like, I want to have sex with that woman, to after you had sex and after you cuddled and after you fell asleep and woke up the next morning together. Like literally everything. And if you're thinking like, wow, that sounds like a lot and that's too good to be true, like you're totally right. I will eventually have to take this masterclass down and replace it with 4 different masterclasses because it's too much content for just 2 videos, or not 2 videos. It's too much content. It's too much content. It's worth way more than $200. I'm selling it for $200 because I think you should have great sex. Anyway, I won't explain it any further than that. And you can get your money back if you don't want it. All right. Oh, recap. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you for it says 3 people. 98 people. I love you guys. I love you all so freaking much. And I really believe that you should have amazing sex. I don't care what week it is of the year. I don't care what national crisis or emergency is happening. Like, if you're healthy and you're able to, and you have a working hand or fleshlight or a partner or any combination of those 3, it's your responsibility to have pleasure. All right, a quick recap. What did we talk about today? We talked about managing sex and stress. Oh my gosh, that live chat is still alive. We talked about flatliners versus redliners. So people that when they get stressed out want sex more, and people who don't want sex at all, and how to bridge the gap between them. We talked about how to manage your own anxiety a little bit. We could talk about this a little bit more probably. Because if you have sex and performance anxiety, then general anxiety is going to make performance anxiety worse because they're one and the same. If you really want help managing anxiety, there's a whole module in Come When You Want, the other masterclass. So if you want help managing anxiety, check that out. People were messaging me the other day saying that they've been teaching their wives all of the anti-anxiety tools that I teach in the Come When You Want masterclass because they're actually really effective. They're great for performance anxiety, but they're also great for anxiety and for women. So yeah, guys were like, I just want to let you know, I just taught my wife these tips too, and we're both managing our anxiety at home. How to connect sexually with your partner who you're home with, and how to connect sexually with someone who's not there. We're going to all write poetry and leave it in the comments. We talked a little bit about dirty talk. That obviously I didn't prepare for that question. We'll do more on that in the future. What else did we talk about? Did I miss anything? I also want to say, if you run out of lube or you didn't get to the store in time, as long as you're not using condoms, you can use oil-based lubes. And today I found that there's a recipe that uses cornstarch and boiling water. You have to look up, Men's Health has the recipe online, but you boil cornstarch and water and then you let it cool and then you can use that as lube. How great is that? And I don't see any reason why that can't be used with condoms. I can think of no reason, but don't trust me on that one. I didn't know about the make your own lube. And then once I even used conditioner for anal sex. I would never use conditioner in a vagina, but I think in a pinch, as long as you don't have any known allergies to any of the ingredients, conditioner is not the worst thing in the world. It's better than having anal sex without lube at all. But again, if you're not using condoms, you can use oil. So anyways, any other things that we talked about today? Thank you so much so give me a thumbs up. Give this video a like, please. That will help other people to access it and other people to see it. Margarine. I forgot about that. Again, that would be an oil, though, so you wouldn't use it with condoms. And I probably would personally put margarine or butter in my vagina. My email is Caitlin, Caitlin, at Caitlin, Neal.com. The website is bettersexcoach.com or CaitlinVneal.com. Vaseline. Yes. Again, I don't love the feeling of Vaseline on my vagina, or vulva, but it works for anal sex really well. Come here, Z. You want to say hi to your fans? My Insta is Caitlin Victorious X. Caitlin Victorious X. My Instagram. Thank you guys for asking. You're better at this than I am. Are some of you internet marketers? Because I might have a job for you. Obviously, it's not my number one skill set. I talk about sex for a living. Castor oil. Yep, oils are great. Castor oil is pretty body friendly, actually. Yeah, find the blog, bettersexcoach.com. Share videos this week will be really, really helpful. I took a hit in the YouTube algorithm recently because I don't know. I have some theories. Email, I'm just wrapping up the live stream. So if you have questions, please go to my website, submit them on my contact form. I'll be doing a lot of live streams this week because I get the sense that a lot of people are home. Would you guys like me to do more live streams this week? Is it too soon if I do a live like tomorrow? I'll also be posting another video on Thursday, which is sex positions to last longer in bed. Thursday at 9 a.m. Central. That's 10 Eastern. That's 7 a.m. Pacific. You're going to see, I finally did a video on the best sex positions for stamina and lasting longer in bed. And a lot of them are also going to be real, like women's favorites. I tried to incorporate ones that women's are going to be like, women's? Yeah. The women's will be like, yes. Okay. So yes, more live streams. Yes, more content. Yeah, we're posting 2 videos this week because I'm going to take this algorithm stuff lying down. I'm going to just get in front of the camera more. Also, you guys make me better all the time. I love talking to you. Thank you for your feedback. I'm trying to get better at this stuff. I took notes this time. Oh, I love you. All right, I'm going to go eat lunch and get warm. And next time, and if you want to know when the next live stream is, you have to have the bell in the notifications. If you're subscribed to my channel, you have to also have the bell clicked. So go to any video, under every video, it'll say subscribed, and then there's a little bell. You click the bell, you will get notified if I do a live, but you're only going to get notified right when it goes live. Maybe a couple hours in advance. If you really want to get notified, go to bettersexcoach.com, CaitlinVneal.com. At the bottom, sign up for the email list. I send you 2 emails a week. No, 1 email a week, and then 1 when I have live streams. 1 email a week, and all it says is, hey guys, I just published a new YouTube video, and here's what it's about. It's very unannoying, I promise you. All right, I love you guys. I'm going to run. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone that tuned in. Thank you for everyone that put up with this crappy internet situation. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you later this week. Mwah!